So let's see how we can use destructuring with arrays. I'm gonna add the command right here, destructuring with arrays. And let's say that we have a const of cities. So let's say again we have London, we have New York, and we have Madrid, and we have Paris. Something like this, a really simple array. And I'm gonna add this with uppercase. And this is going to be an array. So let's say, for example, if you want to extract these values, you can use const, and then you can use let also, and both are going to be fine. So for example, we can use let right here also, and let or const, the result is going to be the same. So then you use square brackets, and then for example, you can add, for example, the variable first city, and then second city, and this is going to be equals from cities. So using this, you can console log, for example, the first city, and save this, and you can see we have London. So this is going to extract the values from the first position. This is going to extract the values from the second position. You can add another one. If you add something like another, you can copy this and paste right here. It doesn't really matter the name that you are using. It's going to extract this based on the position. So let's say that you have an array like this and you want to extract Paris. And you can add also something like this. You can add Paris right here and change this to Paris. But you can see we have Paris. And let's say that you only need this value. So for example, we remove this. And you can see we're creating 4 different variables and we're only using the last one. So for example, if you want to skip the creation of this, you can add this empty and pass this only the commas, and you can see we are going to have Paris. So basically it's really easy to use the destructuring, and also it's really powerful. You are going to save a lot of code using this technique. So let's create a more in-depth example, So we're gonna basically create an object with some different objects and also arrays. So we're gonna add something like const client is going to be equals to, again, we're gonna create something like membership. We're gonna call this premium. We're gonna have a balance of, let me remove the quotes, 30,000. So let's add some data right here. This is going to be an object inside the object. And I'm gonna add a name. We're gonna add Paul. Last name is going to be Banks. That's why he has a lot of money. And we're gonna add living. So this is going to be where this person lives. So we're gonna add city London, and also the country is going to be UK. So right here, right after this, I'm going to add another comma because I'm going to add an array. So we're gonna add the last movements, and this is going to be an array. So we're gonna add 1203 2080, comma, we're gonna add a second movement. So this is going to be 1003 2080. One more, we're going to add, so for example, 0803 2080 like this. So if you console log this client, you can see that we have an object. Expand this, you can see we have some properties right here. Then we have another object with the data. We can expand this. You can see we have another with living. And here on the bottom, we have these last movements, which is an array. So let's say that we want to extract this living. So I'm going to add let, open the curly braces. We're going to refer this as this object. So we're going to have data. These names always has to match. This is how destructuring is going to know which part are you referring when you want to extract the data. Then I'm gonna add a colon, and then we're gonna open again the braces. And in this case, I want to extract this living. So we're gonna console log this, console log living. Here I'm missing something, living. I'm missing equals to the main object, which is going to be client. So save this, and you can see we have city and we have the country. We can comment this. So you can see we have city and we have country. So we extract this object, which is inside another object and which is inside another object. So you can see how easy we can extract this data. then you can use the dot to access city and country. So for example, let's say that we want to print or return or extract this first movement. Right here we can add a comma, and we can add something like last movements. The name of the object property has to match right here. And then we can use Destructuring for arrays and use the square brackets, and you can add something like last. And for example, you can console log last like this, and you can see we return this date. If you want to use Destructuring to return this one, remember you can use, or you can pass commas and add something like third, and paste right here, and this is going to return the last one. So Destructuring is really powerful. When you are trying to use Destructuring inside an object, remember to use the same keys. And when you're using Destructuring inside an array, remember the name of the positions, and also the order of these positions are going to extract the values. So in the next video, we're going to continue working with Destructuring. We're going to see, for example, how you can use Destructuring with functions. So let's continue working in the next video.